You always give children choice. Here's the thing. Human beings thrive on what's known as the illusion of choice. You and I are the same way.
Yeah.
We need to feel like we're in control, but that can and often is just an illusion, right? Consider when you go to a grocery store. When you go to a store and you're going to buy something, who the hell has the money in their pocket?
Yeah.
You do.
Mom and dad. Right.
Right? You have the money in your pocket. You're the one that's going to choose what to buy. But when the store puts up a sign that says it's 70% off,
Yeah.
anchoring effect, the cognitive bias sets in, and you're like, oh, this isn't what I came here to buy, but I can get it for 70%
More my
off.
wife, but yes, I agree.
We all do it though, right? If you walked in
I
and
like
saw
to blame
70%
her.
off a Lamborghini,
Sure.
right? You'd be like hard pressed to think, ooh, I mean, I can get this thing for $35,000.
Let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what we call the illusion of choice. And the illusion of choice is super important to understanding the human beings, because human beings, this is the example to the contrary. Have you ever walked into a store in the United States and seen 5,000 different types of toothpaste?
Oh, gotcha.
And then you're like, what's the difference? Like, what? This is becoming harder for me to choose because whitening, not whitening, minty fresh breath, gel bait. Like, you have to read the boxes, and then even as you read the boxes, you don't really know what the difference is. That's where the illusion of choice works against you, right? If somebody were to just give you 3 fucking options, right? Here's one that tastes like mint. Here's one that tastes like ass. Here's one that has no taste. The illusion of choice is going to drive you to pick the one that's mint.
I hope so. That's a great point.
Right? And that's what we see. We see that overseas, because overseas, countries just don't have the money to invest in 5,000 varieties of toothpaste. But here in the United States, it works against us. And Arm & Hammer or Aquafresh or Colgate or whoever else, they are constantly trying to develop new formulas because they think that that's going to help their marketing. If they double down on something and they only give people 2 options, it's a much simpler choice for people to buy. The illusion of choice is so powerful. That's a psychological hack that most marketers don't actually take into account.
You and I talked before about polarization and the lessons from CIA as you're bringing them into business. And if I couched it right, if I heard you right, you essentially said, hey, look, the CIA, Espionage 101, is essentially like divide, right? Divide and go that way. And as you've gotten into business, I think I made the comment to you, man, I've noticed you having a stronger opinion lately as I've followed your brand. And you said, yeah, I'm learning that CIA tactic mindset, whatever the phrase might be, is applicable to business.
Yeah.
Divide.